On this week's episode of SRS,
we've got worms.
Worms. Got Bryan's car in for some maintenance. Daniel makes a start on the interior setup of the S15.
Progress on the Build 2 8,000 horsepower car. We continue progress on the Jag.
Let's get it.
This week.
Roll the tape, George.
Products. Custom made in-house, hot off the press. It's unreal how jealous people get because of our swag levels, George. Get some yourself. Like, try to bite my style, you end up chipping a tooth, you know? My swag is up there.
So the boys at DCS hooked us up again, as always, with the. So we sent the old clutch out of the Falcon, out of the Valley here. We sent that down to them. It was a XC Bitzer clutch that was in it, so we sent that down to them. They checked a few things out. They said, "Yeah, nah, that's cooked," which we thought it was. They said, "That's not right." There's a couple of things that they mentioned were wrong with it, but the main one was the carrier bearing was actually the wrong size for the gearbox. So it was like a 40mm carrier bearing, and it's a 36.7mm shaft, I believe, or it should have been a 36.7mm bearing for a 36mm shaft, something like that, whatever it was. I can't remember the exact numbers, right? Don't at me. So we've got a brand new carrier bearing there, brand new thrower bearing with the carrier sleeve, the old fork, that was all good, nothing wrong there. So we've got ARP hardware for the clutch, for the new clutch, so they've supplied that. That's in the clutch in here that I'm about to pull out. Alignment tool, that's the box. And then we've got brand new direct clutch services, pressure plate, and clutch. So we've got the new direct clutch surfaces, pressure plate and clutch pack, friction disc, whatever you want to call it. And they've resurfaced the old flywheel because it was all sweet, nothing wrong there. So we're going to get this pulled apart. We're going to get the Falcon up in the air first, get this pulled apart, get the new throw-up bearing, the new speaker bearing, sorry, put into the crank, bolt this clutch up, and then whip the box back in, and go from there. That's it. That's what we're doing. That's what you're about to witness. If you need any clutch, any at all clutch parts, make sure you hit up the guys here at there. See that, George? Direct clutch services, really good turnaround. Sent it away Thursday, Wednesday morning it's back here, brand new. Everything we need to put it back in the car, and it's all right, it's all sweet, it's ready to go. So direct clutch services, direct clutch services as always, supplying the goods. So we're going to get this pulled apart and thrown in the car, and then it's just got to get some front tyres and alignment, and she's done. So let's do that. Let's do that, George. Let's do that, Nathan. I know, George. With my head. Ow! Clean that up the rest of the way, get the rest of the rust off, George. Look at it now.
Look at what? What are you looking at? Show me.
And then, is it? Just for the record, it's very soft. You go.
Not start, we'll just stop. Get the dog. This one comes with a Lightning McQueen sticker. The next one. That's Ben and that's Duck.
So what we're doing here at the moment, as you can see, we're back in the banana boat. Jared's banana boat, 2JS15 sequential Winters Dift 1200 horsepower drift car. That's what we're doing. So at the moment we've got a few dummy plates here made up. That's we've got G-ups one, etc. We've got a Samsung shifter, which in this build we want to try and maintain as much interior as possible. So what we're doing at the moment is just trimming up in here, making some clearance, because what we want to do, right, is these holes that pop out of here, they are essentially for all of them. So they pop out of these holes here, so we don't want to cut too much out. So I've just started off small. We like little holes. And then the shifter, we want to turn that around. That should poke up. This is the whole idea. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, and this is how we're doing it. And then that will jump over there, and we will pretty much make some clean. This is my first test fit, guys. Don't judge. We're on. Anyway, so sorry. We're just making some clearance so we can run the hydro there, shifter, and then I'll make up a plate which will adapt it all to the tunnel. So we'll just put in a dummy seat at the moment. G-up seat for seating purposes. Don't. Skirt. We have put the NRG quick release Boss kit on, which suits the 90 that I believe is on the roof, I think. Yeah, there it is. Pretty much just to get a feel of where we're all going to sit. We don't want to go and put things into place and then you hop in here and everything's just, the word you would use is, we don't want it to be So yeah, stay tuned. Come along for the ride. There's my boss out there. Look at my big boss. Look at him walking in here going,
I'm watching you walk away.
Been in the field, has he? Oh, it's like a little bit of grass there. Well.
Step one is to remove the ABS wheel speed sensor and tuck it out of the way where it won't get damaged. Don't know where that is yet, just over there. Step two, remove the bolts securing. Can't get that one with my rattle gun, can I? Nah, can't do it. I got a ratchet spanner. You don't have to use a ratchet spanner, but it's the spanner that I'll be using in this demonstration. Zip tie in the mouth is optional, but recommended. There we go. Now, remove the caliper. Don't film that. Zip tie your caliper up out of the way. Ow! Nah, I'm alright boys, thanks for asking. You alright? Nah, fuck you dog. I said ow and nobody asked if I was okay. Now I hate them all. You guys asked if I was okay, didn't you? Here you go, George, just like that. Out she pops. Alright, so we got Bryan's R33. Alright, so we got Bryan's. Come up with something new, you know, something flash. Bit of pizzazz. Alright, so we got Bryan's R33 GTR back on the hoist. A lot of you might remember this car from a while ago. We did a stock to modified transformation on it. George might put some footage in of that somewhere. The engine bay is still looking as good as it ever has. That purple's still popping. So this car's, I can't remember the exact number, it's making somewhere 500 something, somewhere in that region, just around the 500 mark, I'm pretty sure. Just stock bottom end. Head gasket, head studs, all that sort of nice flashy stuff. But the reason it's actually in today is nothing really that serious, just the CV shaft boots split a few weeks ago and started spitting their grease everywhere, so got the car in. I've currently got the shafts out of it. It's a bit of a Daniel of a job. Got them ripped out, so they're going to get serviced, new bearings if they need them. They'll repack all the needle rollers, slap some new boots on there and paint them up nice and pretty for us. We'll get them back so I can throw them back in so I can get this car back off the hoist and it can go, because that's all it's here for. And that's it. That's it. That's it, George. Too many Paul. Oh no! Done and dusted.
Why does he stop on the hose? Because he's a rude. Let's check the socks, George. He's currently busy out here right now, George, man. Like, we can either take 5 or go on smoko.
Got the Jag, got the dash mounted in the car, and I've spent a little bit of yesterday just working through the logic of all the sensors. Well, not so much all the sensors, but all the wiring for the dash and all the inputs, just mapping it out. So it's all ready to go. Going to get cracking on with that today, and you'll see that in the next video. So hopefully you guys, we've got it powered up, looks pretty cool. Sat it in there. I got excited, got antsy, wanted to see it light up. I like this screen. Hopefully we'll have the ECU back today, if not early next week, and then waiting for the flex plate, which is meant to turn up on Monday, so we can put the gearbox in and finish up all that sort of stuff. So we're hoping end of next week should be tuned, but we'll see how we go with that. Bryan's car's all done too, finished it up yesterday. Just front CV shafts rebuilt, got them put back in. Went back together a lot quicker than it came apart, which is always the way, because you don't have to fight all the crusty Nissan bolts that like to grow themselves on. So that's all done. It's out the front there, ready to get picked up. So that's another car out. Get the Jag out, and then we'll get 2 other cars back in, and we'll get cracking on them. So should see that coming up very shortly. That's it.
You're gonna pop the collar?
I was going for like old man on a hot summer's day.
You are old man on a hot summer's day. You're gonna pop.
Dialing in a few things on the 15. Got the NRG quick release put on. Got the beautiful Nardi on. I don't know what it's wrapped in. It's like, it's not pleather, that's for sure. So finish up a plate for the Samsona sequential shifter and the GK Tech Hydro. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned if you want to see some more dopeness, you know. Pandas chewing bottles.
We're doing an outro. Say bye.
Hooroo.
Bye.
Hooroo.
Thanks for tuning in. Catch us next time. Stay tuned.
See you on the next
Word.
hepatitis sode.
Hepatitis.
Hepatitis C, so.